But this boy is thick. She thick, ain't she, Popper? Woo! What's up, guys? It's your boy Clay here from Verus Engineering. It's about 9:30 here in Indianapolis, Indiana on this beautiful Saturday morning. It's already about 78 degrees, so I already got a sweat going here in the shop. Just enjoying my morning coffee here in my Atlanta Speed Company mug. Shout out Atlanta Speed Company. But today, what I have planned, some very exciting news for me personally. I've been waiting on this a long time. I'm going to be installing our V1X rear wing here on my Subaru BRZ. Just kind of waiting on Eric to show up. As soon as he gets here, we'll kind of get into the nitty gritty. But while I'm waiting on him, I'll kind of show you what comes with the kit, what I'm going to be doing additionally for my personal car, and let's get it started. So if you come to me and say, hey Clay, I want a V1X, here is all that you will get with the kit. These will be pre-installed. We pre-install these nice machined wing mounts that we do here in-house. So those will be pre-installed. You're gonna get some nice Verus end plate washers with some O-rings and some M4 hardware for your end plates. You get these beautifully sculpted by Paul end plates here. One of the favorite end plates I've ever seen for a wing like this. Then you get this nice NAS hardware. Oops. There we go. Get this nice NAS hardware. Then we go to the back here. You're gonna get a thing of double-sided tape with a wicker. Then you get your nice airfoil right here. It is a 300 millimeter cord. I went with an 1800 millimeter length fender to fender on my car. We can do these up to 1950, I believe, and as little as 1580 or 1500, something around there. But if you want those exact numbers of what we can do, I can get that information to you. Now, some of the other things that I will be doing, I've got this nice steel channel here. That's what we are going to be mounting to the frame rails with about 4 or 5 of these heavy duty M5, or not M5, that would not be cool, M8 rivet nuts. And here you see are the mounts. They're hood latches, basically, is what I'm gonna be using to mount that trunk. And then you got the big beefy boys over here that will be mounting to the steel channel, going through the trunk and mounting to the rear wing. Now for test fitting purposes, I'm keeping them raw aluminum. I will be sending them to powder coat here next week once we get everything test fit. And yeah, that's what you get with the kit. All right, so my boy Eric did just show up. I believe he's just heating him up some breakfast to get ready to go. So basically while I'm waiting on him to get ready to start helping me out here, I'm gonna start taking apart the trunk. Since this is gonna have to be completely removable since we're going through the trunk. Essentially what I'm gonna do, I'm going to remove every nut and bolt, every fastener into the chassis. We're actually gonna remove these as well because this is where the hood latches will be attaching. And then once we get the trunk removed, we'll kind of go into it a little bit deeper, how we are mounting the steel angle to the frame rails, and we'll go from there. So we're mounting directly to the frame rail right here. There's kind of a step up right here, so we want to stop the angle there, and then we're going to go back as far as we can here. So I'm going to measure that. So we went ahead and just installed one of the rivet nuts here. We did open this hole up a little bit bigger. Like I said, these are M8 twist resistant heavy duty rivet nuts. So they didn't twist or anything going in. That actually worked pretty well. So basically what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna open up this hole a little bit more, install one there. I'm gonna install one a little bit closer to the little step up here, and then we'll do one a little bit in the middle right here as well. All right, so now we do have 2 of these rivet nuts installed. This one we just opened a little bit farther. This one we had to open up a little bit farther than the one in the rear. But now we have our center one marked, and then our farthest forward one marked as well. So we're gonna use a punch to punch both of these locations, and then we will drill those holes. And as you guys can see, what Eric's doing right now is installing the rivet nuts.
Oh, she's getting in there.
Yeah, buddy. So there are the 4 rivet nuts installed. So now the next step is gonna be to get our angle. Now we gotta figure out where we're drilling the holes on there. Then we can mount this guy to the frame rail. All right, there you guys can see the angle installed. Not fully installed, but we got the holes drilled, we got it on there. We did our measurements again. We look good on the width there. So now we got to figure out where to drill the holes on this side, or this side, whatever we want to do, because the upright will mount on this side so it can sit flat on the angle. So now we've got to figure out where to drill the holes. All right, so we got one side of the upright, or one of the uprights on. Eric's going to take some measurements. Basically, we need to figure out front to back where we're going to install the other one so it is the same distance from the rear of the car. So he's going to take some measurements so we know where to drill on this. I'll place our upright, and then we'll kind of tighten everything down and test fit it and see what she looks like. As you can see, the uprights are on. I do not have everything super tight down here. It's hand tight. I use an Allen wrench sheet a little bit tighter, but there's still a little bit of play right now because I don't want to tighten it all down. Basically what I'm going to do now, as I said, when you buy this wing or you purchase this wing, these mounts will already be installed on there for you, so you do not have to worry about installing those. So I'm going to install those right now, and then we'll work on mounting it up here to the car. We'll do a full mock-up, see what she looks like, and we'll go from there.
Not too shabby, my man.
Eric thinks it's too big, guys.
It's definitely too big.
No, it's not. But she's mounted. Time for the fun part. Let's do some cut. Let it do. So I want to show you guys what I ended up doing. Made it a lot easier. I ended up doing a pilot hole right here, and then I did a 1/2" drill bit to make that slot there. So we got both of those sides cut. Yeah, thanks, Eric. The other side's kind of shitty, but it'll be all right. And then once we put it up to the bottom side, we're just using tape again. There is some hood structure there, but again, this hood is not holding the wing, so I'm not too worried about hood structure. So we got to cut to the middle of those, and then that should be able to be good to test fit. Now, what we can do to clean up these edges, I'm going to use this nice little grinder here. We're just going to clean up all these sharp edges. I finally have all the holes cut on both sides and both of them cleaned up. Now, what I'm going to do to attach this trunk, I have already test fitted on the car. It's awesome. So we're good there. I am able to use the factory location on the rear, so I can still lock this. And then I'm going to use these nice little arrow catches that I have here. I'm going to install these right where our old high efficiency rear wing used to be to cover those. And just kind of looking at it, I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to add at least one more point up here too at a later date, but we won't worry about that for today. We're just going to get these installed so I can drive the car home, and I guess stay tuned to see how we install these. I got it on. It was a mess. I'm not even going to show you guys my process. It was a mess. To be honest, I might, if I was to do this again, I would probably use like a quick release kit like you use on a bumper. It did turn out pretty nice on the top side. I really like the way it looked, but the reason I did this is because I had these holes from our high efficiency rear wing, and it did cover the holes, well, for the most part. There's a little bit, but I think it turned out pretty nice and it'll hold the trunk on. Like I said, I'm not gonna show you the other side, so we'll go to reinstalling the wing and the trunk. Okay, so I ended up getting all these installed. The trunk's getting ready to go back on, but I wanted to show you what I did. I had a little bit more play here than I wanted. This boy is stout now. Essentially what I did, I made a bracket very similar to this. This was the other half, another one. So this is essentially, touches up there, goes underneath as you can see, so it attaches to the upright. Then I actually used the factory trunk mount location right there. So that was actually a really nice spot, and then it beefed these boys up really good. So let's get the trunk back on, and let's put the wing on and see what she looks like. So now, to finish it all off, take your little nice Ferris Engineering end plate washer, put your O-ring in there, and then the button head, and then we are going to press this. Well, you want to make sure those O-rings stay inside. This one's giving me some trouble. I guess what you can do is press that up against there. Then, before you crank her down, you're gonna make sure she's level with the ground. Then you can tighten them up. Woo! Look at that baby. This is your Veris Engineering V1X. What's up there, little buddy? Little grasshopper. Just want to give you guys, hey Piper, how you doing? Just wanted to give you guys a few views of it. I'll throw some pictures in this as well once I get the uprights powder coated. I'll probably also throw some quick video in here so you can see what they look like powder coated. But I think this thing turned out awesome, man. Again, this is our V1X. If this would interest you, this isn't exactly a kit per se, but we might be able to help you get some uprights cut and this, that, and the other. But this boy is thick. She thick, ain't she, Popper? Woo! What's up, everybody? I'm wearing different clothes. I got a beard. It's a few days after, but I want to show you the finished product of this boy. There she is. The Veris Engineering V1X. Give you all the angles. So I wanted to show you how I kind of finished up the trunk. For those of you worrying about weatherproofing, I did the best I could. There's a little bit of red underneath it, but I don't like it. But I used weather stripping or like door rubber sealing all the way around the front to also strengthen this part of my trunk. I don't think I'm gonna need to latch that to the body anymore. But there's the finished product. I'll give you a bunch of different angles. Good. This right here is probably one of my favorite angles. And maybe a little bit more in, but what do you think, Eric? Too big? Compensating for something is what he says. Well guys, that's it for this video. Again, this is our V1X on my personal Subaru BRZ. If this would interest you, I could kind of put kit pricing together for you if you wanted, but again, it's not a kit. This is kind of just something I've been wanting to do to my car as I build my car slowly over time. But again, hit that subscribe button, follow, like, whatever it may be, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter even. We got a Twitter too, guys. But until next time.